Hello again, everyone. This is the KMN 1971, back with another comic stack. What a crazy ass week, huh? Well, I'll be happy to let you all know there will be no alternative facts in this video, and that all peace-loving comic fans of all religions, nations are welcome to watch this video as usual. Okay, moving on. Thanos, number one. A couple of picks from the dollar bin, as usual. I have three this week, so as I said, Thanos number one from Cosmic Powers. A book that I had no intention of picking up, but Guardians of the Galaxy from their first series. Yeah, I just thought it was cool to have the first Guardians of the Galaxy number one picked from the dollar bin. Crazy Jim Valentino art. I just saw this in the Dooms video, which is kind of funny. I picked this one up out of the dollar bin, too. Again, another one that was not on my list at all, but I don't know if you can see that, but it does have the little Deadpool card. And what I didn't know was about the reverse Captain America symbol, so that was pretty cool. For $1, I'll take it. Now moving on to the regular long box stuff. I forget whose video I saw that in, but anytime that you get Thor and Jugs thrown down, I want in on that. And it didn't hurt that I had Ghost Rider in it also, throwing down with the Wrecking Crew. So pretty cool stuff. This was a miniseries right here that I had no idea that it existed. I can't wait to read it. Miracle Man Apocrypha. I guess this came out shortly after the first Miracle Man volume from Eclipse Comics, and it was done by various creators. So I haven't read any new Miracle Man stuff in a long time. I mean, I was reading the Marvel reprint series, but this is new territory for me, so I can't wait to bust into it. And here is number 2. I still need number 3. Is it me, or is that an homage cover to John Byrne's Man of Steel variant cover? Not really sure. I'm not entirely sure if I've shown these off before or not, but I just got done reading them on my read pile, so I figured why not show them off. If I did show them off before and I'm just having a short-term memory gap, forgive me. So this is the Saga of Ra's al Ghul. This reprints the classic Denny O'Neil, Neil Adams, and who's the other artist that worked on it? Irv Novick, I believe. So this reprints the classic Ra's al Ghul saga, which introduced Ra's al Ghul, Talia, the League of Assassins. Basically, must-have stuff for true Batman fans. So, number 2. Number 3. And let me just take this one out of the bag real quick, because this is what got my attention. And here is number 4, where obviously it's a Neil Adams cover. And let me just throw this question out to the community. How many Neil Adams Batman wraparound covers are there? I mean, that is beautiful. I know I'm a pro-biased Neil Adams fan, but that is some hot stuff. Not an expensive book, but one that was tough to find. Batman Gotham Knights, number 6. I just wanted it for the Killing Joke reference. This book is definitely underappreciated as far as I'm concerned, and I didn't really know about it either, so it's kind of embarrassing. But Batman 332, which features the first Catwoman solo story. Isn't that cool? Batman number 369. I just bought it because it's another one of those early Deadshot Batman confrontations. Very cool variant right here. Detective Comics number 859. Beautiful, beautiful cover by Jock. I was just saying last week how I prefer him over J. Scott Campbell. And that is a matter of perception, as I've said before. But, I mean, I can't remember the last time I saw a Jock cover that I didn't like. I don't think it's ever happened. Another pretty cool, affordable variant. Green Lantern number 8. Also, as I've said before in the past, anytime that Neil Adams draws these two knuckleheads together, Green Arrow and Green Lantern. I have to pick it up. And I want to say, well, I own the standard edition. I own this entire volume, a must-have volume for any Green Lantern fan. Jeff Johns did incredible work on it. But I want to say this is, it's been a long time since I've read it, but I want to say this was the Black Kiss storyline where they end up coming across that alien, like, floral plant that gives you your heart's desires. From Alan Moore's The Man Who Has Everything. So, really cool. I'm going to try to cut down on saying really cool. It'd be really cool if I could cut down on saying really cool. Deadpool number 20 from his second ongoing series. I already had number 19. I just picked up number 1. I have the Hitmonkey special, so I think I'm covered now as far as Hitmonkey goes. And I also wanted to pick it up because it's an early Deadpool Spider-Man team-up. So, nice. A couple more Deadpools from Volume 1. These were all, well, this one was $5 a piece. Well, $5. Deadpool number 17, featuring Deadpool versus Ajax, I believe. This one was like $8. Deadpool number 27, two of my favorite characters. I just love it when Deadpool and Wolverine cross over. This was also around $8. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because of the Bullseye appearance. And this one was $5, which I thought would be more just for the cover. But Deadpool number 46. I don't see this book showed off very often. So the art is kind of bland on the inside, but definitely cool. Damn, I said it again. Okay. I finally picked this up. This was also $8. Now, am I being a jerk? This was up on the wall at one of my local comic book shops. And this was at the comic book shop that I've told you that nothing is priced. So I had to ask, how much is this book? And the shop owner told me $10. So I asked him, is it $10 with my 20% discount? Or is my 20% discount even counted towards that? And he asked me, oh, are you going to beat me up over $2? And I was like, well, no, man, but I just kind of, I didn't think it was a dumb question, considering that when I first started buying my books there, he told me I had a 20% discount across everything, back issues, new issues. So, I mean, am I the one that was beating him up over $2, or was he beating me up over $2? Needless to say, I ended up getting it for $8. So I know other people have been able to pick this up out of dollar bins. I couldn't find it anywhere, and I wanted it. This is the first appearance of Thanos' son, Thane. Okay, these next couple... Oh, no, actually. Never mind. Scratch that from the record. So, DC Comics presents number 52. What's the deal with this? I am so happy to have this issue, because this is the first appearance of Ambush Bug. Who's Ambush Bug? Well, somewhere in between Howard the Duck and Deadpool, Ambush Bug was one of those characters that, would speak to the audience and push the fifth wall, I guess. So, really cool. I love the Ambush Bug back in the 1980s. Keith Giffen is one of my all-time favorite creators. He added so much to the medium. So, a very inexpensive book, but a very cool first appearance, in my opinion. Okay, possible hot book alert. Or should I rather say speculation alert? As I'm sure you've all heard, the new Star Wars movie has been given a title rather, and it's called The Last Jedi. So, CBSI, or a poster on CBSI, was it on Google Plus? I'm not actually sure where I read it, but someone pumped this book up, and all it is it just says The Last Jedi on the cover. That is it. I went to a local comic book shop. I'm a Star Wars fan to begin with, and I've been trying to complete this volume anyway. So I picked this issue up for $5. High grade, like at least near mint. I went online, checked it out on eBay, and this book is going between $20 and $40 online. It is just silly. Remember those last Star Wars books where they had that, that female, almost Sith, Darth Vader type character in Star Wars Volume 1 that everyone was speculating on, and they went right back down to being $5 issues again. So, even though that this book is going for $20, $40, I just don't see it. I mean, please do not spend that money for this comic. It's just based on the cover. It won't have anything to do with the story. So, I mean, spend your money on what you want. And I'm a Star Wars fan anyway, and I think this is a pretty snazzy cover. It has Walt Simonson art on the inside, but there is no way I would want to spend over $5 for this book. So don't get fooled, please. All right. Harley Quinn, number 25. This is my grand finale to what has turned out to be kind of a Harley month for me in January. I ended up getting a lot of Harley issues off of my list from Volume 1, from Gotham City Sirens, and from other places. So, Harley Quinn, number 25. I just wanted this because I already hopped off the title at this time, and I just figured I'd pick this up at my LCS, but it ended up selling out. So I ended up picking up a copy. Just as I said before, I love covers that have Batman, the Joker, and Harley Quinn featured on them. This next set of books just fell into my lap earlier this week. I couldn't believe it. Catwoman 82, Harley Quinn appearance. Number 83. '84. And here's the one I was psyched about. Number 89. Unfortunately, though. Now, these are all like $3 a piece. But unfortunately, this issue here, which I was the most psyched to get, is a VG at best. It has a slight spine split up here. And it has a staple pop at the top. Boo. Boo. Staple pop. Boo. But for $3 a piece, I couldn't really complain. And what I didn't know about Catwoman number 89 is that it actually came out the same week as Harley Quinn number 3. So this is another book that is really spiked in value. I think it went from being like maybe a $5 book to, last time I checked like a week ago, it was selling for like $30. So another one that I would not pay that kind of money for. The art inside is horrendous. And yeah, that's about it. That's all I have to say about that. Okay. Gotham City Sirens, number 6, with possibly the most bombastic, beautiful Poison Ivy cover ever. Here we have Gotham City Sirens, number 7. And now with these, if I can get it all in one shot. Well, not really, but hopefully I can get it into the thumbnail. But these all make up for a pretty incredible connecting cover. It'll be a better shot in the thumbnail, hopefully. So, a little tip of the hat to Freddy's 562. He was the first one that I've seen connect all these covers. I knew about the connecting covers, but I didn't see them in all of their glory until I saw his video, and then the light bulb went off above my head, and I said, God, that would be a pretty hot thumbnail. So, I already had issue number 5, but now with issues number 6 and 7, the connected covers are complete. I also picked up issue number 8. And just a gorgeous cover. Issue number 10. Really cool. And with that, my Amazon gift cards are all spent and everything has finally been delivered. Thank God. What a pain. I actually got into a dispute with a seller over this issue. He sent me that and another Harley Quinn book, and he charged me for shipping twice, which on Amazon is not a big deal that you're not supposed to have combined shipping. But if you send me 2 comics in one package and you charge me for shipping twice, that's still combined shipping, but you're just charging me for something that isn't combined shipping. I'm not one of these guys that's trying to get something for nothing, basically. But I am one of these guys that a deal is a deal. So if I were 2 buyers and I was buying those 2 books and they would go into 2 different locations, that would justify being charged $3.99 twice for shipping. But if you're shipping both of those books in one box to one location, it just seems kind of, common sense that you wouldn't charge me twice for shipping like that, or at least refund me the $3.99. So, of course, I had to open up an A to Z claim, and, of course, I ended up getting my money back, but, it's not about the money. As a wise poet in the '90s once said, it's about the principality, Smokey. So, Star Lord #1, $5. This reprints the old Marvel preview black and white magazine issues that were done by the classic creative duo of Chris Claremont and John Byrne. I was also able to pick up for $5 Marvel Spotlight #7, which it's only a VG. Unfortunately, it looked better in the bag. It has a nice crease down there. Well, it might be a 5-. I'm not sure, but I feel a little bit more comfortable calling it a VG. But I was really happy to end up picking up this one right here, Marvel Spotlight #6, first comic book appearance of Star-Lord, which is basically kind of already a retcon of his origin from Marvel Preview #4. Also picked this bad boy up, Marvel Presents #3. They say this is the first Guardians of the Galaxy solo story in their own magazine, but wouldn't that be their, from Marvel Superheroes, their premiere issue? I forget what it is, either issue 12 or 15, I forget. But wouldn't that be the first solo Guardians of the Galaxy story? I'm not really sure. So, but then again, this is kind of a revamped version of the Guardians of the Galaxy, so maybe that's what they mean. Maybe it's this iteration of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Nevertheless, I picked this up. It's probably, I don't know, 6.5, 7.0 for $10. I liked it. New Mutants #86. Fine plus condition, maybe very fine minus. I ended up picking this up for $5, which about a year ago or two ago, that was a fair price. But now with Cable Mania ramping back up again because of the second Deadpool movie, this book is worth a little bit more than that. So I didn't really want to pay more than that. So for $5, I was very happy to pick this up. Okay, at that comic book shop that I've told you about in the past, that the guy only has back issues from the 1960s to maybe the earliest of the 90s when he buys a collection. But 90% of his stuff is all 60s to 1980s. And he just bought a new collection. I was on my way into the city to go get an oil change, and I figured, why not just stop by and see what this guy has? I hadn't been there at all this year yet, as of yet, and he just bought a new collection. A lot of the books were like $20 a piece, and but I was really happy with what I ended up getting from him, and I cannot wait to go back there next week to light him up again, because I left some stuff behind because I kind of wanted to ration myself. But I ended up picking this up for $20. The Demon #1, the first appearance of the Demon. I'd say probably fine minus shape. It has some spine ticks, and that top staple, I don't know. Like if a strong wind came across, it might tear. I'm not sure. But for $20, I couldn't complain. We have A Man Called Nova, #1. I already owned this issue, but it was probably only a VG. And as I've said before, I'm from the philosophy of I like to have a copy as a placeholder, at least if I want a book. I will buy a VG if it's for a first appearance or a book that I really want, until something better comes along. And something finally better came along. This is a solid fine plus, also $20, so no complaints. This is where I started getting excited. Ghost Rider #2. I just picked up Ghost Rider #1. I wanted this one because this is the first appearance of Damon Hellstrom and the first cameo appearance of the Son of Satan. So definitely wanted to pick this up. Also $20. I would say this is a very fine, but unfortunately, it has some kind of stain on the back cover. I'm not sure what it is. It's not water. It's kind of tannish. I don't know. But I would figure that would probably bring it down to a very fine minus, fine plus. Other than that, this is a beautiful book. A very, very, very cool deal. Supergirl #1, high grade, $10. I could not believe it. I was like, yeah, I will. I just figured it was in the same box with the rest of that stuff, so it would definitely be at least $20. And no, it wasn't. And obviously, I wasn't reading books at this time. It was 1972. I was a little bit too young in the game. But I don't remember ever seeing Supergirl with these little booty shorts. I mean, not that I mind it, but wow. Aren't we supposed to be a little bit more liberal now than we were in the 70s? I'm not sure if that costume would fly nowadays. And lastly, my pick of the week. Green Lantern number 59, the first appearance of Guy Gardner. This was the book that I tried to get last week, but the seller tried to sell me a book that was rated a fine, but the entire centerfold was detached. And then he made me wait like 3 days to get my refund. I actually had to email him again and say, hey, I returned your book in less than 24 hours. Could I please get my refund back? And they finally did. Needless to say, I won't be using that seller any longer. This is my sole eBay purchase of the week. I've been trying to dial back from eBay as much as I can. As you can see, it's has a date stamp, which some people don't mind. I don't mind it that much, just because it's January 24th, 1968. I think that's kind of cool, but most of the time I hate date stamps. I hate it. I don't believe that they add character to the comic. It's just kind of like a big mole on your head oh yeah, it adds character, and when it grows hair out, it adds even more character. That's how I look at date stamps. But for this one, I really don't mind it. It was rated a 6.0, which I agree with. It has, really vibrant colors. Staples are intact. Everything's intact. No writing, no chips, no tears, no one crease, maybe a slight subscription crease right here that doesn't even go up the comic. Maybe it was just caught by the wind one day. I have no idea, but really cool. It's my first appearance pickup of 2017. I'm a huge Guy Gardner fan. I was a huge fan of Keith Giffen, J.M. DeMatteis, and Kevin Maguire, Adam Hughes' Justice League era in the 1980s. It's definitely one of my probably top 10 all-time classic runs. I could go on and on about it, but as far as the Justice League goes, I would head over to Hollow Mouse's channel. A couple of weeks ago, he put out a great video covering that era of the Justice League, and he'll do it a lot better than me. He's kind of like a Zen master of comic books. His videos are kind of like a VH1 storytellers, but only featuring comic books and highly entertaining. And he also speaks in complete sentences at a much higher consistent rate than I do. So go over there, check out his channel on the Justice League. But first appearance of Guy Gardner, very happy. I just want to end this video with some shout-outs. I haven't done them in a while. So Marvin88, Bat Avenger, Drashir's Comics and Things, Journo's Comics. Congratulations on joining the Captain America 100 Club, buddy. I hope to join that club also. And Comic Hunter 1014, just some members of the community that I really love watching their videos. Simple as that. Special thanks to Key Issue Comics for inviting me to join that chat, that live chat. But my average workday is like 9 hours, and I have 3 hours of commuting back and forth. So most of the time when I get home after work, one of my New Year's resolutions is that I've been exercising, and my body has just been racked with pain. It's horrible. So even with as far as YouTube is concerned, I basically just shoot a video a week, and that's about it. I'm kind of a part-timer here. I don't take part in any contests. I don't really take part in any online chats. I do watch them when I have a chance, but I just don't have the time in my life right now to commit to that kind of stuff, unfortunately. I barely have enough time to shoot a video every week. So, but thank you anyway. I just want to say I really highly appreciate that. That was the first live chat that I've ever been invited to, so fist bump. So that's all I have for this week. I will be back next week with another comic book haul. And yeah, Patriot Super Bowl Sunday. Love it. Love it. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking, commenting, all that good stuff. So I will see you all next week. Take it easy. Peace out.